All right, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be talking about the age-old question: should you lie to women? Let's be honest. Men have been lying to women for thousands of years. I used to lie to women all the time. I used to treat it like a fucking Olympic sport, bro. I used to lie to women all the time. But after a while, I was just like, why? Why do I need to lie to her? Why can't I just tell her the truth? Why do I gotta put on this facade, this persona? Why do I gotta lie? And I was like, you know what? Let's really try to think about this. Why am I lying? What am I afraid of? I'm not afraid. I'm not. So I started telling the truth. And I realized that, hey, telling the truth is a lot more fun and a lot more easy to manage. I don't gotta worry about shit. And for me, it's like this. Only reason I'm gonna lie to you is if I'm scared of you, as in, I think you could beat me, or I'm scared of losing you. And there is no girl walking this planet that I'm scared of losing. And there's no girl that I'm interested in that I think can beat me in a fight. So I have no reason to lie to any one of you. I have no reason to lie to anybody. Like, I'm not scared of none of y'all. And I'm not scared of losing pussy. That is why it's always better when you're dealing with women if you have a plethora, if you have a variety, if you have a multitude of women. Because if you have a multitude of women and you're dealing with one and you tell her the truth and you lose her, well, you have some other bitches. So you good. You're not worried. It's like a safety net that lets you act a little bit more free. Now, I don't need the safety net. I could give less of a fuck, but it helps. I'm not gonna lie and say it doesn't help. It does help. You go out to the club and you talk to a bitch and she acting all and you're just like, you know what? You're kind of annoying. I'm cool. You could rest easy saying, I know I can call a bitch to slide to my crib when I'm done here. I gotta worry about what she thinks about me. I'm cool. I'm not gonna lie to her and tell her she's interesting when she's not. Bro. Anyway, because I tell the truth and I've realized how much easier an existence it is, I want you guys, I want men in general to start telling the truth to women. Now, you may say, King's Wisdom, if it were that easy, then all of us would be doing it. I get it. I get it. That's why I'm here, to educate you, to provide you with some insight on how I tell the truth and how you should do the same. So I'm going to go through 3 main methods that I use to tell the truth to women. The first method, having multiple truths to choose from. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say you're on a date with a girl and she says, what are your intentions? Right? Now, all I gotta do is consult my truth Rolodex and say, okay, get to know you better, break you in half of my dick, see if I can fuck you on the first night, try to get sex with you for free. I'm gonna go to this truth. All of these are true, but I'm gonna go to this one because this one is the least problematic. My intentions are to get to know you better. See, that's not a lie. That is a truth. I also want to see if I can split you in half of my dick, but I'm not gonna say that because that might get a less favorable reaction. I'm not stupid. Okay, I'm not gonna be just blunt and retarded. No, I'm gonna choose the truth that most fits and is most appropriate for the situation. So get to know you better. That's true. I do want to do that. I also want to fuck you really badly, but I'm not gonna say that part. I didn't lie. I just told one of my multiple truths. See? Now, the next method I use, this one is when you've been dating her for a while already, and she asked you some type of stupid insecurity question, like, does this make me look fat? How do I look? How is the food that I cooked for you? Stuff like that, right? So with this, and I know the truth is gonna hurt her feelings, I always answer her with a precursor question. So let's say, for example, she put on a dress and she's looking a little bit chunky in the front. And she says, how do I look, or does this make me look fat? How do I respond? Do you really want to know the answer to that question? Do you want me to tell you the truth? Are you sure you want me to tell you? When you precursor the truth with a question that lets her know that it's going to hurt her feelings, it allows her to back out. And most of the time, they're gonna back out. They're gonna say, don't worry about it. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Because women hate reality. So let's say you got a girlfriend, you got a wife, and she asks you a question that's really fucking stupid. Like, hey, would you love me if I no longer could have sex with you? Say, hey, do you really want to know the answer to that question? Do you want me to be honest? Are you sure you want to know? Can you handle the truth? And you say these and you look at her dead in the face. You don't joke about it. You don't lighthearted. Nah, you be like, yo, you really want to know? She'll reevaluate in her mind. Oh, maybe, you know what? This is a stupid question. Never mind. Don't worry. I'm just playing. Watch how quickly she switches. All because you threatened her with the truth. A very, very effective defense. And the last one. Now, this could be whether it's early stages or middle stages or late stages. It really just depends. But let's say, for example, she asks you a question about your past or about something you've done before or something that you know she doesn't really want to know. A simple way to tell her the truth on this is establish a boundary. She says, hey, how many women have you been with? That's confidential. Simple. Establish a boundary. There are some truths that she doesn't deserve to know. Or even better, I'm not comfortable enough with you to share that. I don't think you're ready for that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm not interested in sharing that with you. We'll talk about that at a later date. You set a boundary. You establish that this subject is off limits. 1, she respects you more. 2, you're more intriguing because you're more mysterious. And 3, you haven't lied to her. You've told her the truth. You're not comfortable with sharing that information. These are methods that I employ that are very effective and has kept me honest completely throughout the entire time that I deal with a woman. So I either let her know one of my multiple truths, right? I precursor the truth with a question, do you really want to know? Or I establish a boundary, hey, I'm not comfortable with answering that. These are effective ways to deflect, to switch the subject, to move on without having to lie to the woman. Of course, there's gonna be a point where you can't switch it, you can't parlay it. The truth is gonna come out, right? And the consequence or the negative of it is that you will lose some women from the truth. And that's fine. Are you really scared to lose some pussy, bro? Really? Are you really scared about that? It's not really a big deal. Women outnumber us. You know that, right? You're gonna find another one. Let me get to the pros, because that's really the only negative, that you lose women. But here are the pros. One of the pros is it turns them on when you tell them the truth. For example, a woman asked me on a date one time, when's the last time you had sex? And I said, yesterday. Do you think the date ended after I said that? No. You know what? It's weird. As soon as I said that, she got a lot more physical with me. I don't know why. So yeah, the truth can turn them on a little bit. Another time, this one girl, she was a little bit slimmer, right? And she was telling me, she was like, oh, I don't really have as much ass like that, right? Because she was looking for some validation. And I said, oh, I'm sure it looks great when you bent over. You think she was like, oh, you think she clutched her pearls? No, nigga, she started blushing like I fucking said the cheesiest one-liner from a romantic comedy. And I was telling her the fucking truth. Another pro is that, believe it or not, my guys, women will actually change your truth into a lie to satisfy them. They hate reality so much that they will make your truth into a lie. Let me give you an example. I've mentioned multiple times that I want multiple wives. That is a goal of mine. I've mentioned that multiple times. That's the truth. So whenever a woman asks me when I'm on a date, what do you think about family and all that stuff? I always say, I really want like a big family. Like a big family. And I want a lot of kids too. So I'm probably gonna need more than one woman to do that. And they always laugh like I told a fucking joke. But I'm dead ass serious. They twisted it in their mind to think I'm being ironic or it's satirical, right? Like I'm not fucking serious that I want multiple women. They literally transformed my truth into a lie that they can tell themselves because they hate reality. They didn't want to accept the fact that, hey, this nigga might actually want multiple wives. He might actually be serious about that shit. I'm dead ass. I'm not playing with you. But you laughing at me like it's a fucking joke. That's okay. Listen, if you want to stay in your delusion, I'm not going to blame you. Do what you want to do. But you asked me a question and I answered it. If you want to pretend that I didn't really say what I said, what can I do for that? So that's another pro. They'll actually switch your truth into their own lies. It's amazing. I mean, I've seen some gymnastics, bro, but that is some serious mental gymnastics. Let me tell you. You know what another pro is? They stop asking so many questions. When a woman realizes that you are honest, that you tell the truth all the time, she's not going to ask you questions anymore because she knows that she'll get the truth from you. And what do women hate? Reality. And what does reality stem from? The truth. So if she knows that I'm going to criticize her cooking if she asks me what I think of it, if she knows that I'm going to say she looks a little pudgy if she asks me what I think of her, she's not going to ask me. But on the flip side, if I lie to her all the time, she's going to keep asking questions. She's going to get more and more inquisitive. She's going to turn into a detective. The more lies you tell a woman, the more questions she's going to want to ask. But if you tell her the truth, where were you last night? Do you really want to know? You know what? I'm just glad you made it home safe. Where were you last night? Oh, I was out with the fellas. Really? Where were you and the fellas? Oh, we went out to the bar. We went out to the bar. Really? Because I was watching one of your friend's story and you wasn't at the bar. You wasn't even with him. So where were you? Oh, so here's the thing. Cause he went out first and you see that? All of that? If I just say, hey, do you really want to know where I was last night? You know what, babe? I'm just glad you made it home safe. They will actively avoid the truth if they know that you do not lie to them. So that will make them less inquisitive and shut the fuck up. But if you lie to them all the time, they're going to keep talking and asking more questions and nagging you. And oh my God, it's just not worth it. Lying is just not worth it. Bro, I rest easy knowing that I don't need to lie to these bitches to get them. And I don't think you need to do that either. You know what happened one time? I was dealing with this chick, right? She was like, I'm scared because I just don't know. I just think you're going to just take advantage of me. And I just think that you're just going to just manipulate me and all that stuff. And I said, listen, have I ever lied to you? She takes a second to think about it. And she's like, well, no, you haven't. And I say, so what are you worried about? If you have a question, ask it. And you know what happened? She didn't ask me a single fucking thing because she didn't want to know. She didn't want the truth. She didn't want to know. That's another thing, bro. It gives you fucking ironclad credibility because the woman's emotions are gonna emotion, bro. That's just a fact. You are told her the truth every step of the way. She can't really say shit to you, can she? Because you haven't lied to her. If she wants the truth so bad, she can ask you for the truth, but she's not gonna ask you. You know why? Because she hates reality and she doesn't want to know. Listen, at the end of the day, bro, I never am going to lie to a woman again. Like, I have no reason to lie to women. Listen, the only woman that I am compelled to lie to is my mom. Why? She has a proven track record of beating my ass. That's the only woman that could say that. Only woman on this planet that could say that she whooped my ass. I don't think that's ever going to go away till the day I die because that happened to me during my early developmental stages. So that's ingrained in me psychologically. I can't get rid of that, bro. That's going to leave me, right? I'm slightly scared of my mother. So I might lie to my mom, but I'm not going to lie to you bitches. For what? I'm not scared of you. You can't beat me. I'm not scared of losing you either. The only woman that I could potentially lie to is my mother. That's it. And that's because she's beaten my ass before. Multiple times. That's it. If you ain't my mom, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very simple. I'm not scared of you. The fuck? I just want you to adopt that mindset that you don't need to lie to these bitches, bro. You don't need to lie. Don't. I gave you the blueprint on how not to lie to them. If nothing else is sunk in, think about it this way. If all it takes for you to compromise your integrity, for you to compromise your character, is a woman with a fat ass, how strong is your character really? How strong is your integrity really? Can you truly be trusted? Can you be trusted? If you are willing to lie from the threat of losing sex. If you are willing to lie to a woman just off of losing sex, how can I trust you to tell me the truth about something serious like money, like business? Don't ever let a woman that is not related to you compromise your integrity. You're stronger than that. You should be. Or maybe you're just too pussy and you just don't want to lose the woman because you got one-itis and you're living in scarcity. I understand. But once I had my eyes open and realized that women are literally everywhere, bro, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to lie to her. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You lose her? Okay, get another bitch. Goddamn. Jesus. Do not lie to these women. It's not worth it. And I'm not talking about to save them. No, I'm talking to save you. You'll be a lot more stress-free if you tell the truth all the time. Anyway, I hope what I said sunk in. It's not like I just complained. It's not like I just explained the problem without giving you a solution. I gave you 3 solutions, okay? Take heed. You're welcome.